in today's age, you no longer have the autonomy to not have responsibility for getting pregnant. That's all I'm saying. You got to stop blaming people. You really do.
I'm not blaming anyone.
If I fuck you, not you, but I'm just in general. If I fuck you and you get pregnant, that's your fault and it's my fault. Both. We both have responsibility. You can't just say, "Oh, it's your fault that I got pregnant."
Oh, don't worry, Miss Blue. That's not what the judge is going to say when they hand down that child support order. They're going to say it's his fault. It's his fault. It doesn't really matter what you say. You're going to be wrong because women are stupid.
Mimi, it doesn't matter. Like, you know what don't matter, Mimi?
Say, make him pay child support, and then they're going to be mad. So at the end of the day,
hold on, wait. You think that child support matters to a nigga like me?
Again, here we go. We're going to talk about Anton, who got plenty of money.
I thought we was using me as an example.
No, I'm not.
The reason that I'm saying
I'm using your logic that all women are stupid and that we just if we get pregnant by you with giving you permission to put your dick in us, then we are the stupid one and we should hold all.
Yeah, you the dummy.
Okay. You know why? Like I said,
that's why. You know why?
That. But
because of
don't
me,
call me stupid when I get all the money I want from child support from you because I was the stupid.
But wait a minute.
You know why though, Mimi? Is because you then become 100%. Listen, if I'm paying you child support, I win either way. Okay, that's what you don't understand. That's what guys haven't figured out yet. No. They just don't realize it yet. I win because if I pay child support, that means you basically a full-time babysitter. But and I'm still gonna go out, and I still have the autonomy to go out and do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it. If I don't pay child support, chances are I'm the custodial parent, and you don't really get to have the autonomy to determine what happens with the child like a natural nurturing mother. So either way, you have to protect your womb. Look, I can always go get another you. You can't go and unpregnate yourself.
Yes, I can.
Like okay, listen. It's my car. I have to be responsible for it. I have to take care of it. If I let another nigga drive my car and crash it, it's still my car. I can blame him, I can get mad at him, but I still have to be responsible for it. My name is on it. I still have to deal with whatever the outcome is that come along with it. Even if I go after him for it, I still have to deal with that. Your pussy is still your pussy. Your womb is still your womb. Like, I don't know why y'all don't even have this conversation.
I thought that he's saying you're right about that. It is
value yourselves more. Like, if I don't use a rubber, I take a chance of catching a disease. But my dick is meaningful to me. So I choose not to be out here with these hoes, getting them pregnant and having unprotected sex.
Right.
Why don't y'all value y'all wombs the same way, but y'all want to blame the man for you doing what it is that you're doing with your womb?
But you said the men win in that situation.
No, don't try to skip over that.
You said the men win in that situation. This guy sounds like he's losing. He sounds like telling everybody, don't do it. Don't go around with a bunch of women and impregnate their ass. He doesn't sound like he's winning.
No. You skipped over what Anton said.
I heard what he said.
If you open your legs and you got pregnant, it's your fault you got pregnant.
I think men collectively need to get together and really talk about this, about just stop going around.
Can I frame it differently for you one more time? Maybe you'll catch it on this one.
She ain't gonna catch it.
What if I want to get you pregnant?
Well, then whose fault is that?
I want to get you pregnant. This is what I want to do.
Okay.
But you one that's gonna be saddled with the baby. Now what? Do you now have a responsibility to prevent yourself from getting in that situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course women have responsibilities, but what I'm saying is that a man is the one who puts the seed in the woman.
Yeah, but she opened her legs. What comes first? The seed opened the legs. Then how is that not common sense? Because if you don't open your legs, that means he forced himself on you. That means he's going to jail for a long time. But if you opened your legs, you know there's a 99.99% chance if he doesn't use protection that he's going to put the seed in you. So if you don't want the seed in you, either close your legs or tell him to use, protection. Either way, at the end of the day, you're going to, have a huge responsibility on yourself, unless you don't care. Because when they want to remove the babies, now the man has no power. When they want to keep the baby, now the man has power, child support, and things like that.
The seed planter, why are you not being this? Why don't you have better discernment with who you impregnate instead of just trying to say, I know you probably do, but there's a lot of.
I'm using myself. Let's assume that I'm a Stephon Diggs type of nigga, right? I'm a Nick Cannon. I'm a Future. I'm all of that. I do. Now what? I wanted to get you pregnant. I wanted to put my mark on you and say, hey, that's my motherfucking baby mama. Now what?
So you see that as a win?
Yeah, it's a win. I'm them, so it's a win. Yes.
I don't see that as a win. I see that you
don't matter what you think, because you removed what you thought about it when you decided to have my baby. Now,
don't matter what you think. You pregnant.
You still my baby mama. No matter what you do, you always mine. Now what?
Well, maybe because I want to have your baby, but I'm talking about the man. I'm talking about you. You
want
to have my baby?
What about you? At some point, what about you? We could talk about me all day,
right?
As a nigga that impregnates. So what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna know. Okay, if I want to have your baby, yeah, I'm gonna let you do it. But if I don't want to have your baby, I think a lot of times women are more. They're more. Well, some women. I'm not saying all. They protect themselves a little bit better than men. Men don't.
They don't. How?
They should protect themselves.
You're the receiver.
Women are on birth control.
How are you not
all these contraceptions?
I'm the shooter.
Thing protect the net at the soccer thing. He protects
the shooter. I'm the shooter. You the recipient. How are you protecting? The protection is always for the person that gets shot, not the shooter.
So you're trying to say that I can't stop a man from impregnating me that wants to.
No, you're saying that I can't stop.
We ain't talking about that.
You. That's what I'm saying. You're saying that because if you're putting 100% of the onus on me, that's what you're saying. You saying that you don't have no choice of whether or not I get you pregnant.
Yeah, pretty much she doesn't want women to have any responsibility. She wants to be able to open her legs and that's it. Yeah, I opened my legs. I think this is why sometimes women come back 10 years, 20 years later claiming, she didn't want to do it. He made me do it, even if there was consent. In other words, they remove consent if they didn't get something from it. Or maybe a guy becomes rich and then they come back 20 years later. Oh my God, I didn't consent. He just used me. So if they keep not holding themselves accountable and being responsible for opening their legs, it's easy for them to come back 10 years later and claim, I didn't give him consent. He just took it. But if you put responsibility of don't open your legs, don't give consent and then remove consent 10 years later, don't, have a one night stand and then the guy doesn't want the baby and then you want the baby and then you want him to be 100%. Because remember, when it comes to getting rid of the baby, they want to have responsibility and they want to have the power to do it. But when they keep the baby, they want the man to be 100% responsible. So it's just a double standard that she's talking about.
No, I'm not really saying that. What I'm saying is that men need to understand they are the ones who are planting the seed. You cannot sit down and say, well, it's a woman's responsibility if I'm going to have this baby or not. Why are you leaving that up to the woman to make sure she have your kid?
But Ms. Blue, are you? No. Respect.
That's a very important decision.
Ms. Blue, let me ask you one more question. And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Are you in a relationship?
Yes, I'm married.
Okay. So you're telling me as a married woman that you don't understand that it is both of your responsibility, especially you as a woman, to mind your womb?
I'm saying that I know that it is, but what I'm just discussing strictly is the men's responsibility is most important.
No,
it's not. We should not leave the women.
No, because
we should not leave it up to the woman to have your baby.
It's your womb.
It's your baby.
And you're the one that's making me decide.
Nobody can make you do nothing.
Is it your responsibility what I do with my dick?
Is it your responsibility?
Is it your responsibility what I do with my dick?
The answer is no.
So is it my responsibility what you do with your womb?
No. All right.
But you're leaving it up to me when you are impregnating me. You're leaving it up to me now to figure out how we both gonna live.
Because you made your bed. Now you got to lie in it.
But you also made that bed because you
I was watching an animal show where the bird had to have the best colors to get the woman to have sex with him to mate. And he didn't have the right colors, and the lady and the bird wasn't interested. Then another one came, and then she mated with him. She had the choice. He was trying to do all kind of tricks to make her horny, but it didn't work. So now she's in charge. Don't you want to have all the power over men?
My body, my choice.
You do, right between your legs.
My body, my choice.
So don't just give it away.
Don't open your
So
leg.
our power is our pussy.
Yes, that's all you got.
Yes.
He is 100% right. He is 100.
Also, beyond my body, beyond having the power of the pussy, they claim my body, my choice. So if it's your body, your choice, even if the man puts the seed in you, you have the final say to keep the baby for the next 9 months. There are so many men out here. The woman tells them, I'm pregnant, I'm not keeping it. And the guy will beg, please don't kill my baby. Please, please, I want to be a father. And she will say no. She will remove the baby, no consequences. The man can do nothing, cannot take her to court. The man has lost all the power. But the moment she wants to keep the baby, now it's the man's fault. For me, that's the double standard I look at. Because when two people have sex, they both made the choice. They're both responsible. 50%, 50%, right? Responsibility. But when it comes to who wants to keep the baby and who doesn't want to keep the baby, the woman has 100% responsibility in that process. Because if the man wants a baby and she doesn't want it, there's nothing the man can do.
That's all you got. You don't have no other power.
Hey, how you doing?
You have no other power in this world other than your body.
They got pretty pussies and ugly pussies.
That's the honest to God truth. You're not stronger than us. Honestly, I don't believe y'all smarter than us. Wow. You're not wiser than us. You don't have no dominion over us. You don't even have the power to determine whether or not you're going to breathe or not, depending on if we, you know what I'm saying? Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the truth. You don't have the ability. You don't even have the ability to determine that. That's the honest to God truth. The only thing that you have that's yours, is your box.
Yeah.
So with that,
y'all don't even want responsibility over that.
With that box power comes with a lot of responsibility, right?
Yeah.
With the power of controlling a man off of our vagina.
Miss Blue, let me tell you something. Miss Blue. In all honesty, if you want a man to do something, you don't even have to give it to him. That's how much valuable your pussy is, because all you have to do is put your finger there and put it on his nose. And you go, I'll do it. You don't have to give it to him. Just wipe in the summer, lift up your sundress and go, look, smell that, motherfucker. Oh, I'll do it. You see, I'll be right there.
Man.
You got power in that thing. Don't give it away.
We're not that stupid after all, right? We're not that dumb.
Now, if you got a gun, if the dude got a gun, that's different. That's his fault you got pregnant.
I don't believe that you would ever tell your child that it's the man's responsibility if he gets you pregnant or not. I don't think that you would ever tell your kid that.
She probably would.
I have sons, and I tell my son that you have to be careful.
You only have sons.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's different. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. But if you had a girl, what would you tell her?
That it's a man's responsibility.
I would tell her that, I would also tell her to protect herself. But I would tell her that she has to decide the type of men she's gonna lay down with.
Oh,
you cannot just lay down with any random man like this.
Yeah, but you would tell her that it was her choice.
She has to make sure her choice in these men are good.
So you would tell her to take responsibility for who she laid down with.
Yes.
So why don't you do that?
Who, me?
No, not you personally. Why are you saying why do women just give her? So it's her fault if she got pregnant. It's just like a person. I might have said this before, but it's true. If a person, I know people don't want to hear this shit, but if a woman dies or gets killed by her significant other, and there was signs leading up to it, her death is her fault.
What? I'm confused.
I don't know about that.
It is. It's just.
I really hope that none of the men on this panel say any of the shit to their daughters that y'all just said.
That's what my daughter.
What did I just say?
Y'all said a lot of shit that if I had a daughter, I would. If I was one of y'all's daughters, I would be devastated that my father.
About what? What?
I
Wait.
can't breathe without a man. I can't even breathe without a man's permission, or I can't. All that whole soliloquy you just went on.
Don't be so dramatic.
No, hold on, Mimi. Do you understand what I was saying?
If I was a woman who heard that from her father, I would just be like,
do you understand the context behind why I said that?
I understand. Whether or not I understand it or not, what a young girl hears when you say something like that, that's tragic. I'm sorry.
Why? Because they're telling young girls, to be responsible with who they open their legs to. That's such a bad thing. So you mean to tell me she would rather fathers tell girls to open their legs to anybody? She would rather fathers tell girls that they got no responsibility on who they sleep with. They should just open their legs and the man will be responsible. What is she talking about?
So let me rewind it for the people that's watching this. Let me rewind it for the people that's watching this.
I'm glad y'all
just to give some additional context. What we are saying is that when you compare men to women, women have no actual one up on a man, right? Meaning that you can't control us by anything other than your ability to manipulate or your femininity. Part of your femininity is your woman parts, okay? Yep. So if we wanted to, as a species, we could wipe y'all out just because we're naturally stronger than you. We are more aggressive than you. We have more testosterone than you. So your only advantage as a species is your femininity.
I get what you're saying.
That is why I said that you guys you don't have the ability to control anything, meaning that if we just wanted to, we allow for y'all to exist in the space that y'all in, right? Because we like y'all and y'all
why do we invest
that don't mean because you're trying to make it seem like you're trying to make it seem like it's a misogynistic thing. I'm talking about our natural instincts and the way that God made us as men and women. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds
I don't know why you try to make it seem like, I wouldn't.
I'm not trying to make
y'all tell your daughter
that way. But when you say something like all a woman is good for is her vagina, like
that's not what we said.
Y'all said a lot.
So what we said was your power was in between your legs.
So why? So if that's the case, why
you should be agreeing with that? You should be agreeing with that.
Well, I don't. So shut up and let me talk.
You think your pussy's powerless?
Go ahead, Mimi. What I'm saying is, why would you ever take time to invest in a female child if this is how you really feel about them? Why would you do anything to make them a better person in society, as in going to college or getting a degree or doing anything outside of popping that pussy? All we're good for. You know what I'm saying? Just the way you made it sound, that shit coming from a dad sound.
Go get you a drink.
That breaks my heart to hear that my father said.
I think she took it to the extreme, but I think she forgets they are talking about relationship dynamics between men and women. We're not talking about out here in the world just doing whatever you want to do. Out in the world, everyone should be an adult. Education, pay your bills. The same way if a woman told a man that your power is your wallet, because that's what most women want from men, is the stability, the financial stability, being able to pay their bills. Any man who gets offended, you mean women only see me for my money and for my wallet? No, but that's the main thing. That's the power you as a man you have. A woman is more willing to listen to you if she knows you have the financial stability and willing to pay her bills, rather than if she's just going to struggle with you. The same way for a man, is more willing to listen to a woman that he knows is going to give him sex. That's just nature. It's not because women don't have value, it's because men don't have value. No, it's just that men and women see each other differently and want different things from each other. But she's taking it to the extreme.
You taking it all the way over somewhere else.
You just went crazy.
You're doing too much.
Not everybody is going to sit here and agree with you. Okay, so that's
when you should disagree when there's something said that's not fact.
I don't have to agree with shit. Okay, I'm telling you how that whole thing made me feel as a fully grown woman. If I was your daughter and I heard you say the shit that you just said, I would definitely.
Let me tell you why it's important for you to have those conversations.
Talking about feelings
is because she needs to truly understand the nature of people, the nature of men, and she needs to understand where her power lies. That's why I teach my daughter never to disrespect a man. That's why I teach her to be very careful with who she keeps company with. That's why I teach her that, she can't ever put herself in a position to she would lead a man on and have him feeling some type of way, or never to find yourself alone.
That's what
or to never find yourself. No, they don't. Or to never find yourself alone with somebody, or going into a place with a man, or ever trying to, or ever having male friends, because you're giving the wrong impression.
So now
it's important for us to not lie to our children and tell them the truth. So it's not about how you feel.
Telling your daughter that she can't have no male friends is almost impossible for you to even do.
You can have male friends at a distance, but you should not be sitting and being in a man's face and saying that this is what my male friend is. No, you should not. No, she can't do that as a 17-year-old girl. No, she can't do it.
What's that?
No, she cannot be alone with a boy. She cannot be alone with a boy.
About what you said earlier.
Yes, you were talking about
when you went on the women ain't this and women ain't that and women can't do this and women can't do that. Y'all really, and again, I maybe it's I come onto this panel from a different perspective, because I'm not like the majority of the 90% of women that's going.
Yeah, you fix trucks.
I'm not.
Every woman says that. You guys know that? Every woman on these panels believes she's the exception to the rule. When they talk about, women like money. Oh, I'm the exception to the rule. I don't like money. I don't look at guys for money. When they talk about women like tall guys, oh no, I don't care about a man's height. When they talk about women like a man, who doesn't care, a bad boy, oh no, I've never dated a bad boy. I don't like bad boys. When they talk about celebrities, oh, I'm not attracted to. Every woman is an exception to the rule when they have these conversations on these panels.
You shut up and let somebody else talk for a fucking change. Damn. I'm not gonna listen. Go ahead. You know what? Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. This is the shampoo show. This ain't nobody else.
Being dramatic.
Nobody else. Nobody can go.
I'm trying to make it. Stop trying to switch it up.
Nobody can go against them.
You trying to be slick
without being some kind of, without you trolling them.
You trying to be slick.
At the end of the day, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I just feel like
now she's emotional. She's emotional. She doesn't like having a conversation.